Hey guys, I'm doing another video on taking off the steering wheel. I had feedback on the last one. People felt, or at least one guy felt like I didn't give enough instructions on it, so I figure I'll make another one. I've got two of them out there. First thing you'll need, 5/32 hex. And where this goes is, it's behind the steering wheel. Right there, there's a hole. And then right here, there's a hole. Right there. So you put the hex in and you twist it counterclockwise, right? If it's going the same direction as the clock, then it tightens. Counterclockwise loosens, right? So you put it in there, go counterclockwise to loosen those two screws. But before you do that, make sure you go onto the service tab, software tab. And then on the software tab, which is right there, you'll want to hold in your hand on your model. You'll see that light circle appear. You'll type in service. Once you have service typed in, click OK. Say, do you want to enable service mode? And you'll enter service mode. Once you're in service mode, then your airbag shouldn't go off on you. So once you've undone those two screws, then pull on the top of the chrome piece, then the bottom of the chrome piece. That will release the one side. Do the same thing on the other side, then you'll release that side. Then pull down here, releasing those two tabs. There's just rubber pieces that these 3 points are anchored in, and this is on a Legacy Model X. Once you get in there, then you'll get in, and this is why I skipped it when I made the video, right? It's not really the easiest thing to get in here. So once you get in there, then you've got the two cables, right? So you're going to push down the pin here and pull on it. Right, and then you'll do the same thing on the bottom. And that's your airbag. Right, so that's now released. Do the same thing on the other side. This is really kind of a pain with one hand, to be honest with you, but it's fine. You keep releasing one end of it, and then it rotates, right? Or pivots, rather. It's much easier if you have your finger on top and then your finger on the bottom, and then you're squeezing these little pins, right? But I'm trying to squeeze it with one finger, and then get it with the other. And then, there we go. So I grabbed it with the top, the bottom, and then I used this finger to pull the plastic off. So anyway, once you release those two, you should immediately get an error on your screen saying, safety restraint isn't working. So after that, you get your 10mm metric. And then you'll see I've marked it with a paint pen so that I know where to tighten it back to. You can also torque it if you have a torque wrench that has a hex on it. But I just return it to the same spot. Oh, there we go. Sorry. So then you'll put this in, then you'll turn it counterclockwise. Same thing we talked about earlier, right? Clockwise tighten, counterclockwise to loosen. Counterclockwise. And that's 10 mil, right? Okay, so then once that is loose, just undo it with your fingers. And then what I do and I need to go get it because I don't have it on me. But I take a paint pen, and then I mark the metal and then one of the splines on 2 or 3 or 4, however many sides you want. So that way you know the exact spot to put this back on. If you don't mark it, you could be off by 1 tooth, which isn't a whole lot, right? And then it's gonna throw everything off. So mark it with a paint pen, that's my advice. You can see in there, if I zoom in, I go in 5x, see how small those are. So I definitely would mark them, because if you don't, you know, that's my fingernail, right? So each one of those is the size of a fingernail. So you can easily get off by 1 and just not even know. So anyway, hopefully that's helpful. And to put it back on right, just match up the paint marks and then torque it back down, back to your painted piece, right? And make sure, like, the best thing to do is count how many times you spun it and then spin it the same amount as you're putting it back on again. And then you'll get back into the same area. All right, hopefully that's helpful. Let me know if you have any other feedback. And constructive feedback is always nice, right? Like asking questions and not saying stuff like you couldn't be bothered. It's like, dude, I'm making a video for you. So I'm trying to be helpful. So anyway, if you appreciate these videos and you're ordering a Tesla, you know, use my referral code, because I don't get paid. I don't have enough subscribers for any of this to matter, right? So that's the only way that I would ever get any kudos. So anyway, thanks so much for watching.